We've had an incredibly supportive response to our protest in Shetland. We had around 2,200 participants, which is about 10% of our population, and countless more online. Of course, there were still plenty of people who didn't quite understand the movement and what it's about, but the supporters heavily outweighed the non-supporters.
In Newcastle, we've seen thousands turn up to defend George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, but we've also seen hundreds turn up to belittle our movement.
There was a lot of support from people within the town, which was really encouraging to see. And of course there are a few who are sceptical to the idea of protest and disapproving, but I'll definitely say it was overwhelmingly positive.
People are definitely a lot more open when it comes to talking about racism now. They're not afraid to ask questions, they're not afraid to try and educate themselves better on the matter, and all around it's just a much healthier and supportive environment to try and help the movement.
Before the protests, racism was an avoided subject, but now it's become a lot less stigmatised, and people are much happier to talk about it to other people as well as on social media.
I've had friends contact me for my thoughts on the issue and experiences that I've faced, and this is the first time that this has happened. So I think it's really encouraging to see that this conversation can be had.
I think the best argument for somebody who is not grasping the concept of the Black Lives Matter movement is to just strip it down to the basic question of, do you think everybody deserves equal rights and equal treatment regardless of the colour of their skin? And if they say yes, then that's it.
I've encountered an unfortunate number of strangers who have opposed the Black Lives Matter movement, and their approach seems to just be to throw as much glass and hatred towards the people protesting on our side as possible. A moment of inspiration for me was when all the people who were at previous ones still kept going despite their experiences.
Public interest has definitely slipped a little bit, but to try and keep the momentum going, we're going to be creating an online resource filled with books, movies, TV shows, music, anything really, to keep the discussion going and to help people educate themselves if they still don't quite get it.
Although there's less focus on the movement, I think that one of the most important things to come out of the movement is being comfortable talking about uncomfortable topics and having conversations when the issue of racism comes up in the media or in my own personal life or in someone else's, and aiming to have these conversations with my friends and peers.